So let's get some clarity from Kasie Hunt on what Senator Murkowski has said or indicated. Kasie?
Right, Allie, and I just do want to be clear. Katie's right that they're not saying that they're going to vote no on Kavanaugh. That's exactly that they've made up their minds that that's their decision. And Jeff Flake had said earlier today that he was in fact going to vote yes, and he supported him in the committee. That's absolutely true. However, senators do have a lot of tools at their disposal that can influence what Mitch McConnell is able to do. Mitch McConnell has unlimited, basically, control now of the floor of the Senate as the Republican leader, with a basically decimated filibuster in the context of nominees, but not if he doesn't have a majority. Any single senator can stand in the way. When we think of a filibuster, you think Mr. Smith goes to Washington, people down there on the Senate floor. That's not actually how it's played out in recent years. It's simply a matter of one senator sticks their hand up in the air and says, I'm sorry, I'm not going along with that. And so Flake and Murkowski together, by removing those 50 votes and that universal support in the conference for what McConnell wants to do with the floor, is actually a pretty significant roadblock. So even if the president comes back and says, I'm not doing it, they could still dig in and prevent him from holding this vote on Saturday. I realize it's really complicated and down into the weeds, but there is kind of a little bit of an important middle ground here where we want to be clear that they do have not only leverage, but also some power over how this plays out.
Well, they do have that, correct, Kasie. And I'm not contradicting you when you're saying that, but my question is, do you take stock in there not being very specific language used when Jeff Flake is asked, will you vote no if there's no FBI investigation? That's not a question that he has yet answered. So I'm just looking at the words here.
Right. I think we're back to where we were this morning before he put out that statement, where now he has a condition on his vote, which means that we haven't satisfied the condition. He won't answer the question. We don't know where he stands. And we should also just remind everybody that Murkowski and Collins, who are still our key holdouts, have not said how they're going to vote in any event. And we should also underscore, we're still waiting to hear from Collins on whether or not she supports Flake and this demand for a delay. But of course, it was strongly suggested in the hearing that she was. So, yeah, we have no guarantees on how they might vote, but we are, still in this undecided area.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me, or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.